Okay, let's talk about multiples, factors, and prime factors. So first of all, what is a multiple of a number? So what is a multiple? So a multiple is a number that is a multiple of a number is just its times tables. So for example, let's take the multiples, the first four multiples of 8. So this is going to be, so first of all, 8 times 1 equals 8, 8 times 2 equals 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32, and that's the first 4 multiples, but we could go on and get as many multiples as we wanted. Now let's talk about factors. So the factors of a number are all the numbers that divide into it. So let's get an example. So what are the factors? So find the factors of 24, for example. So what we can do is we can start off with 1, because 1 is always a factor of everything really. So 1 times 24 equals 24. Okay, I won't write that, but 1 times 24 equals 24. So let's add 1 to this one. So 2 times what equals 24? 2 times 12 equals 24. 3 doesn't go into, oh yeah, it does. 3 times 8 equals 24. 4 times 6 equals 24. 5 doesn't go into 24. 6 times 4, and we already have that, so we don't need to write it again. So now we've exhausted all the factors. Therefore, the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. So these are the factors of 24. Okay, it's not that hard, guys. It's pretty easy to find the factors. Okay, let's talk about prime numbers. So first of all, what is a prime number? A prime number is a number which doesn't divide by anything apart from itself and 1. So, for example, its only factors are itself and 1. So, prime numbers' only factors are itself and 1. So let's think about that. So 1 does not count as a prime number, that's just a rule of maths. So 2 is a prime number because the only factors it has is 2 and 1. 3 is a prime number as the only factors it has is 3 and 1. Is 4 a prime number? No, because its factors are 1, 4, but also 2. Therefore, its factors are not itself and 1 only. It also has 2 as a factor. 5 is a prime number, and so on. You guys understand that now? Okay. Now, how do we find the prime factors of a number? So, prime factors. Okay, there's really only one way, and a really easy way to find the prime factors of a number. So a number can be broken down into a string of prime factors all multiplied together, and this is called prime factorization. So prime factorization is when you break down a number into its prime factors, basically. Prime factorization. Okay, so let's get an example. Let's do 120, for example. So what we need to do is draw a factor tree. So 120, what times what equals 120? So we could say the easiest thing to go with is 2, and then 2 times 60 equals 120. This is the lowest. This is a prime number, so we do not need to go any further down here, but this is not a prime number, therefore we need to carry on. This is going to be, we can say 6 times 10. These are both not prime numbers, so we can carry on. This is 3 times 2, and this is going to be 5 times 2. So we have 3 prime numbers here, so 2 times 2 times 2. We have 3, and we have a 5. So once we come to this bottom, all these bottom numbers here, what we can say is that the prime factorization of 120, prime factorization is 2 times 2 times 2, because it's 3 2's, and then times it by 3, and then multiply this by 5, and then that should give you 120. Okay, now that's the prime factorization. We can simplify this by saying 2 times 2 times 2, that's the same as saying 2 cubed times 3 times 5. So all of this here is what we call the prime factorization of 120. Okay, but what are the prime factors of 120? So if we just go up here, the prime factors of 120 are therefore, let's do this in a different color, 2, 3, and 5. These are the prime factors of 120. There are no more prime factors of 120. I hope you guys understood this. Please do some more examples and questions. I hope I explained everything correctly.